Hey y'all, this is Brenda with Slapout Homestead, and it's time for another garden tour. It's about to start raining, but I'm going to get as much filmed as I can. It's been a minute since I made a garden tour video, and things have really grown. First thing I want to show you is I'm harvesting edamame. I wanted to show you, and then I stopped. I'm like, folks might want to see what that looks like on the plant. There you go. That's what edamame, which is basically just soybeans. But that's what edamame looks like on the plant. Look at all those. But I want to have them steamed with our dinner tonight. There's lots of them. Check that out. So I'm going to get to harvesting before it starts raining. I'll show you what the haul is. Well, this is our harvest. You can see there's quite a... Oh, there went my scissors. See, there's quite a bit in there. That'll be enough for our side dish tonight with our dinner. We have 11 plants, which I know is a weird number, but that's how many came up. And I didn't know they were fuzzy. Can you see the fuzz on there? I've never grown these before, so this was exciting. And I'll just steam them. And we'll eat these later with our dinner. I didn't harvest them all. As you can see, I left some on there. They're not quite fat enough. You can look at them from the side and see. They could puff out a little bit more. Same with some of these over here. You wouldn't really get a whole lot of bang for your buck. Alright, now, let's look at what else is exciting. Alright, here we go with our noodle beans. Let's back up and look this way. They're getting about ready to start blooming. But they go all the way up over. And they're heading the other way. Look, it turned around. Wants to come back. And then those over there are going up too. I'm excited about those. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's put these down. And we have a random melon. That does not look like a spaghetti squash, does it? Yeah. But that's what it is. That's what's here. And then we have over... Go through the jungle. There is a butternut down there. And, oh yes, there is a spaghetti squash right there. Here, let me come around and give you a good view. Ta-da! That's definitely a spaghetti squash. I don't know what that other thing is. It must be a half-breed of some kind. And here's our zucchini squash, which I'm still harvesting from. And then our cucumbers. Look how pretty. Climbing, climbing. Climbing, climbing. And they are loaded up with cucumbers. I've already been harvesting cucumbers. And look, you can see one right over there. And that one went all the way to the top. Little baby right there. Little baby right there. That one's about ready to harvest now. Big short and squatty. And there's one there. So yeah, we're good on cucumbers now. Look at those pretty blossoms. They're just so pretty. And here is the okra, which has just started blooming. And we've got some little pods. Starting to get some little pods. Some little pods. Look, it's an okra forest. Excited about that too. It's my herb garden. It's doing well, except my cilantro already blooming. I have such a hard time with plants that want to be cold. And we got our mushroom compost in here, and we moved our jalapenos over here because they were getting crowded out by the squash. And I had some black oil sunflower seeds that I had been feeding to the chickens, and they started sprouting in their container, so I planted them in here. Yes, they're very close together, but we'll just deal with that. I'm happy about that. And we also have eggplant blossoms. And there's more over there, see? There's the one right there. So yes, I'm also really excited about the eggplant. I'm saving the best for last, you know. There's our peppers. We're starting to get some peppers. Peppers. And peppers. And peppers. Yes, and then there's all my from seed peppers. They're finally starting to take off. And yes, I'm kind of happy about that herb garden. All my Mother's Day flowers are doing well. Freckles, what are you doing? That's Mr. Big Head. This is my drift rose that was almost dead when I got it. I'm really happy about that too. Let's see. These are the beets that are in front of the tomatoes. Usually I just get a lot of greens from my beets. For some reason, they don't actually end up making beets. It might be my soil mix, it just might be the variety I'm planting. I'm not really sure. But my Swiss chard is doing okay. See, but I like having the greens from the beets. Those make me happy because I can mix them in with the Swiss chard, and whatever they're in, it turns them pink. More pepper plants and basil, which is lovely. Green onions, green onions. There should be squash hanging on this. Yes, there's some. There's one right there, smaller spaghetti squash. But lots of blooms. There's a little butternut right there. Oh, I got some red tomatoes over there. Let's go look at those. Oh, the pineapple sage is starting to bloom. And yes, I love that pineapple sage. It keeps coming back. Plant it once and you get it forever. Yay, we're getting some tomatoes. Happy about that. And no, I didn't harvest my carrots yet. But yes, it's definitely time. Alright. You've all been waiting for. Let's go look at our tomatoes. We'll start with the Cherokee purples. So we got 3 over there. 4 on this one. That one's starting to blush down there, so that's lovely. 4 or 5 on that plant. Several. And then we'll go look at my contest entry into the 2019 tomato grow-off with Jess from Roots and Refuge, Callie Kim, and Gary from the Rusted Garden. Those are the 3. And then there's more blooms up here. And more blooms up here. I think these need a little love. It's already been 100 degrees here. And okay, let's go look at the San Marzanos. I think they need a little love too. By love, I mean pruning. Let's see. There they are back there. They're hiding. Yes, see, they need to be pruned. They're all hiding up in there. Come out, wherever you are. I really am happy with these because I want to put some up. These are the ones I want to put up in my pantry. I think we're doing okay with San Marzanos. There we go. Lovely. Man, it is so hot. The reason I'm able to be out here in the middle of the day is because we're about to get some storms. Alright, here's the beefsteaks. Here's that one. And then this one is a yellow pear, a random yellow pear that's down here with the beefsteaks. Just because I had an extra and one of my beefsteaks didn't make it, so I plugged in a yellow pear. Alright. Beefsteaks. There's a beefsteak there. How many tomatoes are on that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on one plant. And then this one is my contest entry for the beefsteak. Look at that. I have glare going on the screen, so I can't really see what I'm showing you, but yeah. And then there's more here. That's all on one plant. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, that's a number, isn't it? But look, there's more up here. And there's more up here. Now you can see the back of the... There's a cucumber I didn't see before. See the back of the cucumbers. So yeah, my beefsteaks are happy, aren't they? Look at that. Wah. Now the moment that you've all been waiting for. Yellow pear tomatoes. Yellow pears. Yellow pears. These are the rainbow cherries over here. Good grief. Okay, and see there's more yellow pears up here. Let's start at the top. Yellow pears, yellow pears. And it's just continuing to get taller. Yellow pears, yellow pears. Oh Lord. I came out and trimmed the bottom of these today so that we could see the Rutgers from this side because, oh good grief, look, there's even more back there. Because you can't see them past the squash on the other side. Yellow pears, yellow pears. Yellow pears. Wow. Holy moly. Here's some of our rainbow cherries. Those are going to be fun to see what color they end up being. Look how big they are, though. I mean, do you really call those cherries when they're that big? Look at this guy. Girl. Here we go. Starting to rain now, but that's okay. I'm still going to show you what I really wanted to show you. And it's what I really wanted to show you is what I could see once I trimmed these front ones. You can see all those Rutgers tomatoes back there. Look. Back in there. I can't really reach, but here, come over here. Tomatoes. It's a good thing we like tomatoes, isn't it? Man. I'm so happy about this. And a couple of my earlies, like way over there, I don't know if you can, way over there, one little one, like a couple of the first fruits have the blossom end rot. But I think that's only because I put them out so early. I wanted to get a jump on the tomato season, because last year I was late and I didn't really, all I got from last year were the sweet 100s. I didn't get any slicing tomatoes at all because I was so late. So yeah, I took a chance and took them out of my greenhouse and got them out here, and it's paying off. But some of the early ones have a little blossom end rot, which is no big deal because, I mean, look at the volume. So to sacrifice one or two of the earlies to end up getting this kind of harvest. And I have not seen any what you call the caterpillars, the ugly ones, the hornworms. Yeah, I haven't seen any hornworm damage at all, thank God. So basically we are in this bed here. We did the core gardening method. Back in the late fall, early winter is when we set this bed up. Actually, it was more like late summer, early fall, yeah. So what we did was we had a whole bunch of grass clippings, and I soaked the grass clippings in the dog's pool. I need to back up so I can show you the whole thing, so I can illustrate. Okay. So I soaked the grass clippings in the dog's pool, and then we laid down 2 strips in the bottom of this bed of soaking wet grass clippings. I learned that from Luke over at My Gardener. He calls it the core gardening method. So that's what we did in this bed. We didn't do anything this time for this season except just plant in it. But we put down the soaking wet grass clippings in a line, and then covered it all up with mushroom compost that we went and picked up from our local nursery. And so that's what we're planting in. This year I'm still watering. Last year I really didn't have to water at all. And over the winter I didn't have to water at all. We had our brassicas in here, and it was always nice. So I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do the next season, because he didn't really go into that. Are you supposed to dig up and replace it? Because by now it's probably broken down. I'm not really sure. But I am having to water now. So it must have broken down up in there. But anyway, there's got to be some kind of residual going on, because this bed is just taking off so crazy. I'm assuming that those soaking wet grass clippings somehow, and we changed this. It was 3 boards high, but I changed it down to 2. And so we pulled off a bunch of that mushroom compost out of there and moved it into a different bed. And when we were digging it out, we were finding millions of worms. Full-size worms, baby worms, juvenile worms, just all kinds of worms. I have never seen so many earthworms in my life. And now it's going to rain, so I'm going to grab my... Yeah, I need to grab my phone. Whoops. My phone's getting wet. And grab my tools and go get up out of the rain. There's my lemon mint. It's going to go in a grow bag because I definitely don't want to put that in the ground anywhere. Haven't made a commitment. Oh, I'm so glad it's raining. We really need it. Oh yeah, roses. It's like squirrel. Oh, before I get completely out of the rain, these are starting to close up just because it's later in the day. But look at our pretty morning glories that are hanging on the fence right here. And anybody that drives by, there they are. Especially first thing in the morning, they're all opened up. Just as pretty as can be. Alright, let's go get out of the rain. I guess I'm going to tell y'all bye for now. We've got some melons out back in the melon patch. Oh, wait. This is our blue curled, that's not it, that's cilantro. But this is our blue curled kale that we grew from the, that's a weed, from the microgreens. See, I think it's going to be alright. Something's chomping on it. See that? I wonder if it's the dogs. I wonder if dogs eat kale. Probably not. Oh, there's dog hair in there. I bet they have been. Those crazy. But I have a kiddie pool right over there that it's all in the shade in the afternoon. And I'm going to transplant this kale over in there and plant some lettuces and some long-standing spinach. So I'm hoping to get some more greens going. I've been short on my greens. I have the beet greens and the Swiss chard. I have the beet greens and the Swiss chard, and those are the only greens I have right now. So I'm going to get some kale going and some spinach. But that's my plan. There's the whole thing. But now it's going to rain for a while, and I'm pretty happy about that. I'll see y'all in the next video. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with me in my garden today. It was very cool getting to show you all the tomatoes. I was so excited about those tomatoes. I can taste them right now. My mouth is watering. God bless you. Love y'all. See you in the next video. Bye.